It's the Weather Xtreme video. This is the morning edition. This is for Tuesday, the 29th of June. I'm James Spann. Some spots getting a pretty good soaking this morning with the remnants of former tropical storm Danny. Then our next really good widespread rain probably coming up at the end of the week and into at least part of the upcoming holiday weekend. So here we go. This is the upper air look across the country early this morning based on the data from late last night. And again, we have that large-scale upper high over the northwest United States and parts of western Canada. That's produced that intense, nasty heat wave they've experienced. Then a trough across the central U.S. and another upper high on the middle Atlantic coast of the United States. And underneath that eastern upper high, a little tropical feature came in yesterday. It was upgraded to Tropical Storm Danny, a minimal tropical storm, and the remnants are coming through central Alabama this morning. That was the radar early this morning around 4:52. Rain approaching Birmingham, that batch of rain moving westward. And once that passes later this morning, the rest of the day probably will be pretty quiet. Temperatures are mostly in the upper 60s and low to mid 70s. Highs should be in the 80s in most spots today, mostly mid 80s. There's the watch warning map across the country this morning. Once again, excessive heat warnings for the northwest, a few heat advisories in the northeast, and out across the middle of the country, flash flood watches in effect for the areas there in green. Got a marginal risk of severe storms today around the Great Lakes. Tomorrow, a main slight risk, the standard risk over the northeast United States, a marginal risk down into the Ohio Valley, also a marginal risk over parts of Nevada and Utah out west. And day 3, which is Thursday, we got a marginal risk on the mid-Atlantic coast. That would include places like Philadelphia, Baltimore, and Washington, D.C. Here's the rain for the next 7 days. Down here, a pretty good bit. The amounts will range probably from 1 to 3 inches across much of the state. And again, every day we'll have some scattered showers about, but the rain will be increasing by Friday and Saturday. So elsewhere in the tropics, of course, Danny is in and dissipating over Georgia. The next feature is that one in the central Atlantic, about halfway between the coast of Africa and the Lesser Antilles. This is the tropical model set, the ATCF guidance, and you can see that most of the tropical models show this thing recurving around the Bahamas if it develops. And that's a big if. The GFS, really, most of the members kind of lose this thing, and the ones that keep it going stretch it out across the Caribbean. So it just remains to be seen. We'll be watching that, but we just simply don't know if this will develop or if this will affect the United States. We'll know in coming days. This is the intensity guidance, and most of the tropical models do bring this up to a tropical storm. So again, we'll be watching that. Model fans, here's the GFS. This is the 06C run at 4 o'clock today. And again, you can see that 594 nasty upper high over the northwest and western Canada. Got a 594 ridge over the middle Atlantic coast region, troughing in between. And again, once this batch of rain this morning passes with Danny, the rest of the day should be pretty quiet. This is the high-res NAM at 6 o'clock, showing just a few widely scattered showers. This is tomorrow. Should be a pretty typical day, partly sunny with a few scattered showers and storms. And the same thing on Thursday. The chance of any one spot getting wet tomorrow and Thursday about 3 and 10. And then Friday, rain chances go up as a surface front approaches. Mostly cloudy with a good chance of showers and storms, highs around 80. And this is Saturday, the front near the northwestern corner of Alabama. And again, rain chances will be relatively high. Now, this run brings the front down to near US 80, Montgomery, Opelika, Demopolis. And if this verifies, the northern half of the state would be much drier on Sunday, the 4th of July, with a better rain chances for the south. But again, we'll see here. We're going to leave a pretty good chance of showers in the forecast statewide on Sunday. But again, if you got something planned outdoors for the weekend, it's not just going to rain and rain and rain. There'll be some good breaks, but it looks fairly unsettled. And then Monday, again, the front near Interstate 20. So, certainly a chance of showers. And we'll leave it in statewide for Monday. And once we get closer to the weekend, we'll see how the models handle that drier air intrusion into North Alabama, if that happens at all. Here's a week from today, Tuesday, July the 6th. Main westerlies to the north, and again, we'll have scattered showers and storms about. Now, Thursday of next week, the GFS brings our tropical feature into Louisiana. This is July the 8th, but the European says that's not happening. It shows absolutely nothing. And again, like we talked about with that feature in the central Atlantic, it's simply too early to know. We'll be watching for trends. Rain for Birmingham off the European ensemble between now and mid-July, the 14th. Rain amounts, the mean there, approaching 4 inches. Temperatures stay below average most days, with highs generally in the 80s and lows generally in the 60s after Friday. And here's the CPC outlook. This is for July 6th through the 12th. And again, nice to see the shades of blue around here, suggesting temperatures will be below average. That's it for the Weather Xtreme video this morning. We'll have notes on the blog. The next video here by 3 o'clock this afternoon. You can catch us this evening on ABC 3340 News at 4, 5, 6, and 10 o'clock. Thanks for watching. Have a great day, and God bless. Hey, this is James Spann. I think one of the best parts of my job, getting to do weather programs in schools. During regular times, I'm in a school once or twice a day, teaching students, mostly in elementary schools, things about weather and science. It's a really great part of my job. In fact, if I wasn't a television meteorologist, I would be a third grade science teacher. But one thing I've noticed over the years, some children, not all, but some, develop a genuine fear, a phobia of weather, especially thunderstorms and tornadoes. To offset that, I commissioned a couple of creative members of my family to write a series of children's books about weather. And the first one is out. Benny and Chipper, Be Prepared, Not Scared. Your kids will absolutely love Benny the Bear and his best pal, Chipper the Beagle Dog. It's a really good read about thunderstorms and tornadoes and how it's okay to be a little afraid, but you don't have to be really afraid. As long as you're prepared, you understand them, you know what to do, and you take care of yourself. Information is very powerful, and that starts a process of kids overcoming that fear. And this book is a really good read for any elementary school student. My friend Ginger Z of ABC News in New York, the chief meteorologist there, wrote a foreword here. Jeremy Davis, an illustrator, really makes Benny and Chipper come to life. It's a great read, and your kids will love it. I would encourage you to get a copy, and we'll have future books with Benny and Chipper about things like thunderstorms and the science behind them, tornadoes, and hurricanes. So get your copy today. Right now it's available online at Spann Book, with 2 N's, spannbook.com. And you'll see some other cool stuff there as well. Benny and Chipper, Prepared Not Scared. Get your kids a copy today.